Yeah, I think we'll do a couple clips in here real quick and I'll move outside. Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, lights on pretty good. That green light.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's my Chicago Northwestern Railroad sign and all that stuff. Angie noticed something today, and we kind of noticed this stuff going around the apartment complex, which I kind of like. It's a very good idea, finally. If one of our former neighbors, Shirley Gomez, was still alive, she'd be dancing out there in that parking lot, hooping and hollering and celebrating it. Because we noticed, we're not going to say where they're at, we got a few security cameras going up lately. Finally, we're getting some security cameras going up. I guess some people have been complaining about the stuff getting stolen, broken into, and all that stuff. And some other activities that is not welcome on any property at all. So we started noticing a few security cameras being mounted, which is good, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what Shirley would say if she was alive today?
Hip hip hooray!
No, about blanking time. Fill in the blanks. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move out to the patio and all that stuff and talk about more situations, but my thoughts on it, I would say, yeah, about time, technically. Even our YouTube cameras don't do the job because they're YouTube cameras and they're only on during certain times. If we go live on the pad, I mean, we can do a live patio chat. Almost anything can happen out there during that live stream. It has happened before. Something in here, it could happen. You probably hear noises in the background. Sometimes a domestic will go awry or could go wrong and all that. But and we text a few of our neighbors and friends, and they noticed it too. They said some have and some have not yet. Now Angie and I can be sitting in our apartment, safe and sound, or something like that.
For now.
For now. Would someone complain about invasion of privacy? Well, let's talk about that on the patio. Okay, I'll go on the patio.
He will.
He will. You're going to say later, YouTube?
Later, YouTube.
Hey, I cued her and she did it. Okay. See you, Angie, tomorrow?
Yes.
Hopefully?
Yes.
Because they're going to crash and burn time I get done this video. I'm just going to talk about a few things, that's all. Okay, it's kind of cold, it's kind of chilly out, and I'm just going to let you guys know. I can't point out where all the cameras are at right now because they're still installing them. I'm hoping they install more. I kind of like the idea because I did pass in our apartment complex here in town. They got so many cameras on that apartment complex, I swore it was like Fort Knox. The Fort Knox of apartment complexes. I saw so many cameras there. That's all I think is missing is armed guards and that. But I don't think we'll go that low. Or not, well, at least to go that extreme, not that low, but not extreme in that. Yes, the apartment complex we live in does have some bad raps in recent years, and the history of it is not very good either. When we used to have the swimming pool, yeah, it was known to have some wild pool parties, and guess what? The pool parties came from people who don't even live here at the time. But we don't have the pool no more. Actually, this is the first time I let you guys know on the channel that this apartment complex that we live in used to have a pool when we first moved in. And we had people bugging us for coming over to use the pool. And I said, you can't use the pool unless we get approved. At the time back then, the management to give us the approval to let you guys come in, but only allowed 2 guests, technically. But at one time we used to have a pool here, but since we moved in back in 2007, it was never filled because it had maintenance issues, and that's why they got rid of it.
I tell you, oh nice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
He said, oh nice. Now
Nice.
Because in case if anybody breaks washers and dryers, we got him on video.
That's right. And we had a history of it too. Oh, by the way, yeah, you go check on our older video. This is an older video that we made a few years ago, quite a few years ago here on the channel. When one of our lockers got broken into is when we police report filed video. Check that out. I know a lot of you guys put the thumbs down on that video. Well, guess what? You guys are nothing but criminal ass kissers. So pucker up to those criminals that you kiss up to, because karma will come after you too. Yeah, we always try to be safe as much as possible here. Sometimes a light in the apartment will also scare away an apartment. And I have mentioned and documented on this channel many times where someone could not do their deals because of our YouTube cameras and that. So they're afraid to be vlogged, because it doesn't take long for us to turn on the camera and get the videos that we need to turn into the proper authorities. In fact, the current management does encourage us to take photos or videos of anything of suspicious activity, like our channel could be suspicious activity, wink wink. But no, not really. But a lot of people look at us as suspicious with a camera. Who's these idiots with a camera? They look suspicious. And that, but yeah. I just talked to one of the neighbors that just came home, talked about the security cameras between clips, and they liked the idea. And I kind of pitched the idea, maybe we need more on the outside of the buildings, looking at the parking lot. And like I said, we had some recent crimes in the last couple of years here at the apartment complex of a person being held at gunpoint, and of course the controversial murder. But it's not the first murder that took place up here. I think there was one many years ago, but that was rumored. I don't know if I got any facts on that one. So there's been a lot of controversies off and on up here, and a lot of issues off and on. Sometimes it's mostly caused by the non-tenants and that. So that's basically that's what they're trying to curb, is the non-tenant activities, criminal activities. Gotta curb that. Somehow gotta defeat it. Now I'm just gonna wrap this up here real quick, guys. Just try to be safe as much as possible. Even everybody knows, even most subscribers locally knows where we live, but they do respect our privacy. We thank them very much on that part. And that they try not to dox anybody. Doxing is considered a no-no here on YouTube, and usually most social medias and that. You notice the newspapers used to give if someone got accused of a crime, the papers used to give the addresses and tell people to start going to those addresses and start harassing them and all that stuff, and start ridiculing them, harassing them, crucify them and all that stuff. Well, the papers learned that they don't really need to give that address, even if it is public information. You can get that legally through the court system and police stations upon request and that. But the papers have really cut back on that in the last few years, because what they're doing is putting possibly a potential innocent person that's accused of a crime that could be innocent in grave danger. So it's never good to dox anybody, even through local media. It's not good to dox anybody. Just say the person's name and the town they live in. That's good enough, technically. But a lot of people do their homework, and they'll go out and harass them anyway. So it's not good that either. So, and all that. Does the security cameras keep the apartment safer? Well, it all depends of what they capture, and what depends is used in court. And it all depends how the court plays it, how the lawyers can spin it around and that. So I learned in one case here in town when someone had their house has security cameras up, and they had someone stole something off their property, but they could not prosecute it because they did not recognize, they could not ID the person. And the reason I was trying to find it funny, because you could actually see the person's face, the actual face, and they still can't ID the person. That tells you how bad sometimes investigation works and that. So he was in a bad. Unfortunately, he's not with us no more because he passed on. Not because of the security cameras. He had other issues in his life that kind of decided to end his life somehow. As basically, that's what we're suspecting. Anyway, that was one of our friends that kind of helped our YouTube channel out many years ago too. So unfortunately, that had to happen too. So, but yeah, I kind of like the idea of security cameras coming up. About time. I'd like to see more. I can't tell you the locations, but I'm pretty sure everybody is. Oh, by the way, there is one apartment complex. There's one apartment here on the complex that had the whole apartment is monitored by a company called ADT. ADT. That's a security firm. That's one that spends like so much a month, and they monitor your house, apartment building, your apartment area, all monitored to keep you safe as much as possible. Unfortunately, there's some politicians that don't believe in this. I feel sorry for their dead brain decisions, but I found out karma went after them too. When it comes to criminals, they don't take sides. They just take opportunities. Because criminals know what they are. They're opportunists. They'll take their opportunity when they get it. And that's why we gotta stay on top of it and be vigilant. Right now, we're vigilant because I almost got a dead battery, and we're out of here. Please like, share, subscribe to the notification bell. We'll talk to you guys later.